Hey,
Hi.
how are you guys?
Good.
Good. Good. Did you guys have a good weekend?
I did.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. All right. I'm going to wait just a couple seconds. I know that Josh is getting on. So, what have you guys been up to?
I was at the pool all day and then I went miniature golfing.
Ooh, fun. I went school clothes shopping for the girls.
Fun.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Are you ready for school, Jessica?
No, not at all.
Here you are, Josh. You made it.
Yep. Just got on.
All right. Good deal. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm super, super excited about the next really 6 weeks. Our goal for the next 6 weeks, or my goal for you for the next 6 weeks, is going to be to get you moved to executive. And at that point, everybody's goals are a little bit different from the point of executive on. But executive is really the foundation where I kind of need you guys to get so that I can help you build from that where you want to go. So whether it's that you want to make 20,000, 40,000, 100,000, if we can get the executive base built, that's what we need so that then we can take those people and build from there. A couple of things. I'm really excited about this group, and my family will tell you that I'm not just saying that to you guys. I really, really am, because I feel like this, you guys as a whole, this is the first time in a very long time that I've had 5 people all at the same time ready to work, which is really exciting. I shouldn't say that. I have a lot of people that are working. Our team is huge. We have like 9,000 people on our team, but this is the first time we've had 5 new people that are like on it right out of the gates. And there's something about making that decision right out of the gates to move fast. That's what I did. And so I will tell you that this is fast paced. We're going to talk on this call, and then you might hear us. I'm going to be doing some challenges with the rest of the team, and you might hop on other Zooms and you'll be like, wow, she's a lot nicer to them. Or she's not so demanding. I'll just be honest with you. And you'll be like, I wouldn't be on the other Zoom. It's so much nicer. But we're going to move you guys a little bit faster. And so I want to kind of talk to you about what that looks like, what the work is. By the end of the 6 weeks, what has to happen is you guys have to know how to book appointments. You have to know how to connect with people. You have to know how to give the information. You have to know how to close people. And then you have to know how to duplicate that process. When you have those skills, then you can go anywhere you want in this business. And quite honestly, you could leave this business. And not that I definitely don't want you to do that, but you can take that training and you could literally go apply it somewhere else. And that's what our goal is, to get you guys that trained up. And so a couple of things before we really get into the education tonight. There are a couple of things that I want to really ask you guys to do, because we are going a little bit we're going to be going at a faster pace. There are bootcamp calls that are recorded up on teamdestinyonline.com. And I really want you guys to listen to each of those. I think there's 10 calls. They're about 30 minutes a piece. I'll put the call numbers in the text message, in our group text message, in case you don't have them. Those are some skill sets that I just want to make sure that nothing falls between the cracks. Just some basic skills that you'll want to listen to. We'll be covering all of it throughout this time, but just in case, I really want you guys to listen to those. And as part of the accountability, after you listen to a bootcamp call, I just want you to send me over a text that just says, hey, I listened, this is what I learned from it. Or I listened, and this is the question I have. So if you guys can do that, that would be great. I'm not going to send you one call a day. I'm just going to assume that you're going to listen to all 10 of them. The other thing that we want to make sure happens is that you do 10 three-way product calls with me, because in just a minute we're going to be jumping into the business side of this. But 85% of the people that will be in your organizations will be product users and not business builders. I'm going to teach you guys how to build on business builders, because quite honestly, that's how you make money in this business, is to build with business builders. But 85% of the people that will be on your team are going to be product users with no desire to build a business. So what you're actually looking for is you're looking for a team of 10 people that are going to help you go out and market this product, so you're duplicating it. So if there are 10 of you wanting to make money, then what happens is all 10 of those people are finding people that need the product, and and you're posting on your social media, and you're getting results, and you're bringing those product users in very naturally and very organically. That if you can have 10 business builders, that's where you're going to see that duplication. That's how we made $91,000 in our first 5 months. And my first 10 people that I brought in were all business builders. They were not product users. Now we have whatever that is, like 7,200 product users on our team, but I started with 10 business builders. And that's not something that you're going to hear me talk about on the Zooms, on the back office trainings, because most people coming in, that's too intense for them. The thought of, I'm going to have to build a team. But if you really want to make 6 figures, that's what you're looking for. You're ultimately becoming a coach, a business coach. You make the most amount of money possible by teaching other people how to use the product and by teaching other people how to build a business. So you've got to build a team. So in the midst of us teaching that, I want to make sure that you really learn how to give the product presentation. So make sure that you've done 10 training calls with me. I have the worst ADHD of anyone around. I was just sitting in my kitchen trying to do my calendar, and it's just stressful for me. I'm so ADHD. And so I will not remember whether you did 10 training calls or not. So you guys are going to have to take responsibility for that, but you've got to make sure that you do them with me and get them booked. All right, so those are just kind of a few of the little things. But what I want to do then is let's talk about getting into that executive. How does that happen? It is a decision. It is not a hard thing. When people make the idea of becoming executive hard, I literally want to puke, because it's not that hard. It's just a decision and a choice to do it. And your attitude and your expectation and your charisma factor toward it is what will either attract or repel those people into your business that you need to bring in. And so the first thing that you need to know is really, what is becoming an executive? What is that? So an executive is when you have personally enrolled 10 people, and those 10 people have enrolled 2. So if Angel enrolls Jessica and Josh, then Angel becomes a consultant. So Angel enrolls Jessica and Josh, she becomes a consultant. You're looking for 10 consultants, 5 on your left team and 5 on your right team. If I were you, I would put someone on your left team, someone on your right team, and then I would put your next 5 best people on the leg you share with your enrolling sponsor. Because you guys, and we're going to talk about this in a second, but you guys are all in leverage spots in the tree. Every single one of you is leveraged. You're not all in the same team. Angel and Jessica, you guys are on the same team. Josh and I were on the same team on the other leg. And then Ashley, you're leveraged in with Mallory, which I know that you know that. And so because of that, what you wanted, if you can put your 5 best people on your power leg or on your shared leg, you won't have to go back to that. And then what we'll be able to do then is go over and focus on your weaker leg, which is what we want to do. But ultimately, you're looking for 10 people that all get 2, and that's what's going to move you to executive. That's going to give you a minimum of $3,050. And really for you guys, because of your how you're leveraged in, you're probably looking at more closer to $4,000 to finish that. It only takes 4 to 6 weeks to do it. Whether you wait 6 months and then you do it in 4 weeks, or you do it right now, it only takes 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know if that makes sense, but it is absolutely the truth. Now, what you want to do is you want to fill out your executive chart. And with that executive chart, I'm really going to dig in. I'm going to say some things to you guys that this is the stuff that you won't hear on the other calls that you get on the regular team calls, because most people would find it overwhelming. But when I started this, what I did was I thought, what 10 people do I know that if they did this business would be amazing at it? And who do I want to bring onto my team? That is what I thought. I had background in network marketing, so I knew that no matter how great the products were, if I did not have people that would help me build the business, that it would be slow moving. I knew that. And so that's what I thought. Who do I want on my team? What business builders do I want? I mean, literally, I wrote down the first 1, 2, 3, 4 people that I called were Bob, Serene, Joe, and Lupe. They were all business-minded, all of them. I literally called them on the phone, and I said to them, I just started building this business. I know I'm going to make 6 figures this year. I'm looking for 10 people to put on my ground floor to leverage in with me. Will you just listen? That's what I said to them. I had not had any product results. I had not had any business results when I was calling them, but I knew I was going to do it. I knew I could count on my work ethic, and I knew I was in a great spot, just like you guys are in a great spot. I knew I was in a great spot. I knew I was going to do it. So what I understood was, because I knew I was going to do it, it was going to leverage them. If you are going to build a business and you are going to get to 6 figures, those first 10 people that come onto your team are lucky ducks. We had an issue with the word duck this week, so I'm making sure ducks. They are lucky ducks if they come in. And so you want to enroll, you say you want to put, you want to know that those people you're talking to, they're lucky ducks. And so you've got to know that when you're talking to them. And so this is the deal. This is the difference. You've got to posture yourself. You've got to posture yourself to get them to listen. So I want you to hear the difference in this. This is what I see happen all the time. I was working with one of my builders with someone that she needed to get their 2 people. And I sat down with her and I wrote the guy out a script. And literally he read the script. Hi, Ashley. This is Kevin. I'm trying to win a prize with Isagenix. Would you be willing to listen to a call for my training? I mean, all these people booked with him because they felt sorry for him, but nobody came into that like, yeah, I want to be on your team. I'm sure when they were listening to the call, they were probably daydreaming. And so your success in this business depends upon your posturing. You cannot be humdrum. You can't be, well, I hope I can. If only I do. You have to be like in it to win it. Like, not doing it is not an option. So for me, not doing it is not an option. And if I ask somebody to listen, you can bet they're probably going to listen. They may not do it, but they're going to listen. But the reason why they're going to listen is that's because it's my mindset. Now, I don't think I'm annoying. I don't think I'm like stalkerish. But if I ask them to listen, they're going to listen. And so a typical script of an average person in Isagenix that's been using the product, they might say something like, Angel, this is Amy, and I've had some amazing results with Isagenix. I've lost 30 pounds. I'm feeling great, and now I'm just wanting to share the information. Would you be willing to just listen for my training? Now, most people will probably say yes to that. But what I want you to do is I want you to hear, like when I was talking to those people, I mean, and when I'm talking to them now and I'm looking at who do I want to bring in, I'm saying I am so excited about this business. I'm looking for 10 people. I know I'm building my next wave. I'm going to earn an additional $100,000 this year. I'm looking for 10 people to put on the ground floor of this wave. Would you just listen? So do you guys kind of feel the difference in that? When you posture, they're going to say yes. So you've got it. So that's how you've got to come at that, with that belief that it's going to happen for you. And this is the thing. If you think they would be amazing at the business and you're authentic when you ask them, they're not going to be offended. I have yet to have anyone offended when I've thought I really want that person on my team and I'm going to ask them. That no one's ever been offended. They've always said, wow, thanks for thinking of me, or I'll listen. Now, this is the other piece of this. When you ask them, you have to be prepared for them to be hesitant. And that doesn't mean that they're saying no. The typical American isn't, oh yes, tell me. We went shopping today and we legitimately were looking for a black underwire lacy bra thing that my daughter could wear under her t-shirt. I knew specifically what I was looking for. And when the sales lady said, what do you need? Can I help you? Do you know what I said? I said, I'm just looking. I don't know why I said I'm just looking. I knew exactly what I was looking for and she could have helped me, but I said, I'm just looking. And so when they say to you, I'll do it, but I'll listen, but I'm not going to do it, blah, 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 you just have to ignore that. And when they agree to listen and they've said, yes, I'll do it, that's your win. And that's what you're looking at. I was telling Josh today, he had his list of key prospects. And I literally said to him, and he's talking to them about the business. So we've already been through the training calls. We're looking at the business builders. I literally said to him, your job is to get these people to sit down with me. Your job is not to recruit them. Your only job is to talk them into listening. But this is the deal. If they're going to be in business with somebody, they're only going to be in business with somebody that's serious about where they're going. And the thing is, if you're serious, you're setting them up for success, because you have to add at least 10 people. All of those people have to get at least 2 people, and you're on power legs. Like, it's good. It's good if they come on your team. It's a smart decision for them. And so you want to make sure that you're doing that. If it is in a 1-hour radius of me, and so that only is applicable to you, Josh and Jessica. It's not applicable to the rest of you guys. If it's in a 1-hour radius, I would prefer to sit down with them so that I can draw it out. It'll take me 30 minutes. I can sit down with them, with you while you watch. We can get them recruited. If it's outside of an hour, then it needs to be a video chat. So any type of business discussion, never be over the phone. It always needs to be video chat or face-to-face. And so literally to start with, what I would say you're looking at, and then we're going to do another call. What we're going to do is we're going to do calls on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. and Zooms. And I'm going to take you through the training. But really, for getting off of this and looking at, okay, so what do I do with this information? I think that I would go back and I would relook at your executive chart and I would think, who do I want to build this business with? Who do I want? Think about it. And then you've got to get the gumption within yourself, because this is the deal. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Who you are is who's going to walk into your life. And so whenever you're looking at that, pick it out. Pick out who you want. Like, people sometimes will say, Amy, you should talk to that person. I'm like, no, I'm not talking to that person. I don't want that attitude on my team. I don't want to have to work with that. Pick out who do you want? Who do you want to travel with? Who do you want to work with? Who will run with you? Who has ambition? Get that figured out. And of course, we're going to be working with product users. Of course we are. This is a product-based business. I don't want to take away from that. I mean, my life has been transformed, changed. I'm healthier. I don't have migraines anymore. I feel amazing, but I'm one person. And if I have a team of 6,000 people that are out talking about the product, I can touch way more lives than I can with me as one person. So it's a business decision to look for those builders. So you want to do that. Okay, guys, I want you to tell me how you feel. Like, is this comfortable? What is, like, when you're thinking about doing this, it's not I know it's not comfortable, but what are your thoughts? Do you kind of feel that different direction? Give me some feedback about how you feel about this.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
I feel like not like fully comfortable, but I feel like pretty comfortable doing it. I think it's just like you said, each call. I think it's almost like posturing each call for each person. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And if the person is you, yeah, that's really what I think. And I think I totally think it's doable for sure, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think you're right. Like, that's where I think the scripts don't work. I'm not a big script person. They bother me because really bad. Because let's say that it's your best friend, you don't want to read a script to your best friend. You want to be like, you're my best friend. And if I'm going to win a trip to Mexico with anybody, I want it to be you. I want you to be the one. I want to run with you. Will you just listen? So you're going to say it different to that person than maybe you want to recruit your insurance agent. To your insurance agent, you might say, you're the best agent and the best salesperson I've ever seen in my life. I want you to look at this because I think it would benefit you. Would you just look at it? So it's really going to depend upon who you're talking to, what you're going to say. And I don't even think for you guys, I don't even think I need to write scripts. I think you know what to say. Like if I were to say to you, those 10 best people, it's worth $1 million for you to get them on that chart and get them in front of me or get them on the phone. I think you would do it. I think if I told you it's worth 100,000, I think you would do it. And I will tell you this, putting 10 amazing people in those spots is worth 100,000 to you. Easy. Okay, anybody else? Okay, yep.
I think it's all very doable. I think the only thing that not scares me, but maybe worries me is that you run out of people. Like, how do I keep finding different people to join these trees? I know I'm looking for 10 people, but how do you know, like, say 8 of the 10 people that I currently am thinking about are like, nope, sorry, I've nothing to do with it. Where do you go from there?
So a couple of things, you're just aware. Okay, so I want to go back and I want to say this first of all. I think that probably deep down in your gut, you probably can think, I really feel like I could get this person to do it. And those are the first people you want to get on the phone with. Like, there are people that I feel like I really think if I brought my A game to that person, I could get them to do it. And you want to start with them. The first 10 people I talked to, they all said yes. And to the business, but why wouldn't they? And so that's why you want to get them in front of me. I would not be surprised. Hi, Callie. I would not be surprised if all 10 people, if you pick them correctly, particularly on the business side, I wouldn't be surprised if all 10 people didn't sign up. Okay, so that's A. B is this. You want to be aware. And so, like, for me, I'm super passionate about it. So everywhere I go, I'm like saying all the time, this is our platinum year. We're going to go platinum, which means earning $750,000, our first business center. It's in my mind. I'm talking about it, focusing on it, putting everything around it everywhere I go all the time. So I'm super aware where I'm at. And so our Uber driver in Vegas, like, literally she said, and I'm not a weirdo, like, the guy next to me in the plane, he's so weird, like, trying to talk to everybody about Isagenix. I'm like, no, but like you are so like, you're like the guy in the bar that thinks he's going to get a date with everybody. And you're giving Isagenix a bad rap because you're a huge nerd. You're an Isagenix nerd. I'm like, just please put tape over your mouth because you're making the rest of us look bad. So I'm not talking about that, but I am talking about, for example, when I was with the Uber driver, she literally, I'm just aware, she's telling me she has a refurbishing business. She's an Uber driver. She flies into Vegas to drive an Uber on the weekends. She owns a hair salon. So she's talking about all these things. In my mind, I'm like, this woman is an entrepreneur. So I said, you sound like an entrepreneur. She's like, yeah, I want to find time freedom, blah, blah, blah. And then I was able to say to her, I have this amazing Facebook page. I want to add you to it because I feel like I have something that might interest you. Do you mind if I add you? She said yes. And I add her into Fit Happy Life, right? So that happened on Thursday. Well, I'm calling her tomorrow and I'm pretty sure she's going to sign back up because I already had the appointment with her. I didn't even know her 7 days ago, but I was aware. Or the lady did my nails. I went in to have them done platinum. And so she's doing my nails. And she said to me, I said, how's business? And she said, it's good, but I'm so tired. And my mom back in Vietnam is really sick. I just wish I could figure out a way that I could make money here and still be able to be there with her. And I was like, girl, do you have social media? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you should talk to me. I should tell you exactly what I'm doing because I've built a 6-figure business over social media. Would you, can I add you into this page that I have? She said, yes. Avery, that was, it was 1 week ago. And she's signing up tomorrow. She messaged me tonight. And so I didn't even know those people. So a lot of it is just being aware. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And the best thing for us is Isagenix did not develop in our area initially. It didn't. People just could not grasp the concept of organic nutrition. But now it is. It just moves so slow here. But now that's polar opposite. I talk to everyone and they know about organic nutrition now. So it's like the perfect timing. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like even with me, like whenever I first started, I would think of like specific people that I would think about asking. And then when I did ask them, they would shut me down instantly. And I was like, what? I don't get what's going on. And then eventually I just went on my Facebook page and I just scrolled through every single one of my friends. I wrote down all their names. And then I just went through and messaged them, messages. And the people that I least expected are the ones that started messaging me back saying, yeah, give me a call. I'd love to learn some more about this. And so that's kind of how I started doing is that just talk to anybody. Like, don't be afraid because no one's going to be like upset with you that you're saying, hey, I have this great business opportunity that I think that you'd be very interested in. If the worst comes to worst, what are they going to tell you? No, who cares? Then they're idiots. That's how I look at it.
So there's always going to be people, always. There's always going to be people. And there's also, I believe in the statement, there's a miracle in your own house. Because you don't get rich from personally recruiting. You get rich from recruiting people and duplicating. So we have 9,000 people on our team, but we've only ever recruited 200. So our money is not made on the 200 people that we recruited. Our money is made on the 9,000. So it's not about who you know, it's who they know and who they know and who they know. So the person that makes the most amount of money in this business is the person that knows how to coach other people to do what they've learned how to do. So, I mean, you literally could get 10 amazing people and not have to add anybody else for a long, long time. Or you might need to add 50 people to find the business builders that you're really looking for. But my original base of people, at least 4,000 of my people came from that original base, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, anybody else? All right, you guys. So try not to worry about the next day. all of you, because Angel, I can read it on your face too. Try not to worry about the next day. Who are those next people going to be? That's like borrowing tomorrow's trouble. Just worry about, not worry, but just think about, okay, who are my first 10 amazing people that I want to talk to? And this is what I can say to you. If you can get comfortable with being uncomfortable and talk to those first 10 people, that's really all you need for, I mean, we're going to keep doing the product calls. But if we can talk to those 10 people, that's really what you need. It's a little bit like this. If you're not a consultant yet, we want to try to get that done this week. We want to try to get your 2 people. The easiest way to get 2 people are to bring in 2 business builders and just say to them, hey, I want you to have my top 2 spots. I want you to have my top spot on my left. I want you to have the top spot on my right. Will you just look at this? Because I'm going to do it. All right. So you guys let me know, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. So if there's any feeling of like you feel overwhelmed at all, message me, especially if you've never seen this kind of training before. You're probably like, whoa. So just message me, and then I'll help you break that up, and we'll get started. But that's really where it's at. And then what we'll do, we're really going to start breaking down some skills to get you moving faster, farther. And so we'll have our next call on Wednesday night at 9. I'll remind you guys. I'll also send you over a text of the phone calls, the bootcamp phone calls. All right?
Okay.
All right, guys. Let me know. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good week.